Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for your time, and I believe that you are doing well in the midst of COVID-19. Now, there are many things that do happen in our lives that challenges us. Sometimes they give us hope. Sometimes they keep us moving. And above all, they give us victory when we are patient with what we are doing. Many things and many times we do not understand how God works in our lives. But at the end of the day, when we see ourselves standing on our feet, we acknowledge His power and grace, and that He is able to change someone from grace to grace. Today, I'll be talking with one of a person of his own kind, someone who have gone through many instances and many lifestyles, but he is able to say that I can afford a smile. Stevenson Jenga is an artist, he's a media personnel, and he is a camera photographer. And I would want to talk to him so that he may give us the story and the journey that he has gone through. Welcome and thank you.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm very fine.
Take us through to wherever you come from. Who is Stevenson Jenga?
Yeah, Steven is just a cool, humble guy from Kiambu County.
Right.
I've grown in Kiambu, a place called Ruiru.
Ruiru.
Mahali panaitwa Mashako.
Mashako.
Yeah, so
that is in central Kenya.
Yeah, I've been raised by a single mother. We are two.
Right.
And I just goes just a bit too short about myself. Being raised by a single mother, it reached to a point whereby I decided not to stay with my mother and decided to stay with my grandmother. And you know, a grandmother hata shinda akikufuatilia nini. So at times ningetoka na kuwa street kid huko.
So you wanted to be free.
Yeah.
And therefore for you to be free, you needed to stay with your grandmother.
Yeah. I just decided to stay with my grandmother and nikaambia mother, acha nikae na shushu.
Okay.
And so in the process of staying with my grandmother, I met these guys in the streets. And once I could say I'm in school, but I'm not in school. Naenda huko kuchokora nini. My mom was not around. She was working very far away. Kwa nanunua nyanya na huko sijui wapi. Alafu anakuja kuuza. But she could take like a month, 2 months before she come back. And so I became a street kid by decision making, see by circumstance.
Right.
And
so you chose that.
Nilikuwa kichwa ngumu sana. I was young but kichwa ngumu sana. And so it reached a point that I became so like no school, no nothing. So kuna zile delays za badala nikuwe naenda the next class na narudia. But by God's willing and God's grace, I was able to finish class 8. But saa zingine nilikuwa nishapata ile damu ya kutafuta pesa. So kuna wakati nikisota siingi class, naenda hustle.
Right.
And so, okay, I finished class 8, but there was I didn't know that there was a spirit that was following me from one of my family members. And,
a spirit?
Yeah, just a spirit.
Of a family member?
Yeah.
Alive or dead?
Alive. You know, when you're in a family whereby not everybody is blessed with everything, kuna kuanga na kale ka jealousy, wivu, maybe a sister of your mother has, yani something of that. Maybe I cannot explain that much, but I came to know it later when I'm grown up.
All right.
So after class 8, I failed. In fact, I was the one topping with 190 scores.
Right.
And mimi number 1 shule mzima.
With 190 you were the...
Yes, saa wengine wako chini class 8. So
okay.
Of course that time hizo marks haungepata shule mzuri ya serikali kwenda. So I went to a private school. My mom took me to a private school. And the first school I went for just 1 term, nikafukuzwa because of drugs. I went to another school.
Let me understand you. Drugs.
Yeah.
What, were you in drugs?
Yeah.
Or what happened?
I was an addict.
From what age?
I was young. From 1 ni miaka ngapi? I was young.
From 1 is from 14 to 15 there.
14, 15, 16 there. Nikaenda another school. I went, studied, nikaingia form 2. Form 2 kuwa expelled first term. Nikaenda shule ingine. In fact, to be real, I became sijui hoka shule. I'm here,
Hawking
I'm there.
what? Oh, okay, all right, tourist.
Yeah, tourist.
You can also be
of
called a
different
tourist
schools.
of different schools.
So my mom can tell that I costed her a lot because of
right.
changing me from school to another school to another school. But all this was because of addiction of drugs and sex. To be realistic.
At age 14?
Yeah. Nilikuwa najua hizi mambo.
Okay, all right. You talk about that when
I
we
talk
come to
about that later. So nikiwa form 2 that term nikatoka shule ingine nikapelekwa ingine. Niliambia madhe hiyo.
Now that school.
Nikasema hiyo shule watusomi, walimu waingii na ni uongo. But in most cases I loved going to mixed schools. Okay. Mahali ninaona skati napita karibu na mimi nilikuwa napenda sana. So nikatoka hiyo nikaenda ingine. Yani before I reached to form 4, I had gone to around 8 schools. Zingine, I remember there was one in Kikuyu, hapo Wangige. Ilikuwa inaitwa Faulu Nasi. Hiyo tulipigana na principal, mangumi kwa parade.
You fought with the principal? And you were in form?
Yeah, that is form 2 that term. So I was expelled, nikapelekwa hapa Yata Boys.
Right.
Yata Boys nakuo
that is in Machakos.
Yeah, kulikuwa na ukame sana, maji kikombe ya kuoga moja. There nayo nikaanza kuuza weed na ngumu.
Weed, bangi.
We cook tungumu tunayopika na weed. And break time ninaziuza kwa canteen.
So when are you in class and when are you cooking those cookies?
Break time, of course. Break time sasa zenye watu wakunywa tea break. Tungumu na supply.
All right.
But I had connection with the other guys from outside the school. So they could bring them, ninanunua, but ninajua venye zimepikwa. And some of the students knew it's a weed.
And where are you getting weed from? Because you were in school.
From the outsiders.
How did you even build that kind of a relationship with those people?
Biashara, watu wa bangi wanajua nanga. Hata uende wapi, utajua tu.
Sawa.
Ukiuliza tu mtu wa Nduthi, bangi inauzwa wapi?
Atakupeleka mbio.
Atakupeleka mbio. So, in that time I was expelled again. Na shule ikafungwa. Kwa sababu we could come out of the school. Tunasimamisha mabasi huko na tunapiga watu na tunaiba.
But these things were the one who was showing them how to do those things.
Kulikuwa na wale wakubwa wenye sisi tulikuwa ma trainees tunatrainiwa. So after that all these were happening because there was a spirit that was following me, but I didn't know. Nikatoka hapo nikakuja Ruiru tena nikasoma form 3 kidogo, nikatoka tena nikapelekwa sasa the last school ilikuwa inaitwa Kingston High School Githurai hapo kwa Reli.
I thought it's in Jamaica.
Now that one I liked it because most of my friends who were smokers were there. And so when I went there nilienda nikiwa form 3. And this was the place where I got my turning point because there was this pastor alikuwa anavaa nguo zinafika hapa anafungia hapa. Alikuwa anaitwa Pastor Kaileti. He had a church just opposite my school. Ilikuwa inaitwa Deliverance Cornerstone. He could come and preach to us. Na kila wakati mimi nilikuwa nasikiza. Okay, I used to love hearing preaching because I wanted to be a musician, of course, and nilikuwa nasikia when I see these great musicians wa gospel nilikuwa na feel yani one day I'll become, and so I used to go to those CUs one because I want to hear some word that I can use to write songs, and also go there because wale wasichana wazuri ni wenye wako kwa kanisa. So and you know, of course, I used to go to mixed schools. So that was a mixed school, but during break time we could do the bangi. Tulikuwa tuna supply na majamaa walikuwa hapo kwa Reri hapo Githurai. So but one day we had a rally, and that day was a good day for me because I knew many schools will come. And you know, as bad boys we will steal phones, girls and all that. So hiyo time ni age ilikuwa inanisumbua, of course. So I did whatever I did that day. We got contacts, everything. But during the service, Kisha, my guys, we got smoke, and we decided, wacha tuende tukasumbuane huko kwa church sasa. So we entered, many of us.
So you've decided now to get into the church to disturb the service.
To disturb the service, kuchokoza, nini. So during the preaching service, and this pastor is now like having an altar call, nani ataka kuokoka. And all of a sudden all my guys wenye tulikuwa tuna smoke nao wakainua mikono, wakaenda huko wakichekaga wanataka kuokoka.
And you were left behind.
I was left behind, but sasa kuna ile conviction ya pastor, anyone left there, ana convinced kabisa. So I was feeling some conviction, but
should I
was like, getting born again is a big deal. Yeah. Like mashida zinafuataga watu wameokoka sana.
Disaster.
Yes, and so I decided to raise my hand but not go there.
Okay.
Ni bangi tu inanionyesha. So I raised my hand and then I'm just there standing. Pastor anasema leteni huyo kijana hapo. Naambia Ashas msiniguze. Naokokea hapa. I think God is everywhere, so naokokea hapa.
So you were stubborn even at that.
Yeah. Mimi niokokea hapa, mimi sitaki story mingi. And so the pastor prayed for us, nikiwa tu hapo, and then later on he called me in the office.
Right.
We talked, and he gave me a prophecy. And mimi niliona tu nikaa mzaha.
A prophecy was given to you immediately after you accepted Christ.
Yes.
All right.
And so he told me I will not get tired following up on how your salvation is growing. Okay. So from here, I want your contact. I want to know where you stay, everything. And I want to be coming to your school more often. And I want you to be there. You will be the translator. Sasa nye ninahubiri, ni utakuwa unanisomea
Biblia. So he wanted
verses.
to make you busy.
Yes.
So that you may not remember what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. So every now and then Friday ikifika nilikuwa naboeka juu najua lazima nikuwe hapo. Na sitaki kumdisappoint because sometimes he could call me hata ananipea tips, ananiambia nataka Sunday ukuje church huko. It was a boarding school but saa zingine tunaenda mimi saa zingine na kosa kuboard.
Right.
So ninaenda kanisa kwake akinipatia fare. I was raised to a position whereby I could know deep about God. And we finished Form 4. So I used to pray, whatever. In fact, I turned around the school. I became a head boy before I finished Form 4. Became a head boy, turned around the school, stopped doing drugs, everything, through that pastor.
Right.
And now the school was at least in a good position whereby even watu ningepata wana smoke, nilikuwa naenda kwa police station wanakujiwa. Life changed there. I changed the entire school.
Okay.
So here I am now, we are doing the examination and I could recall what was spoken towards me and my brother. I finished and it's true I failed because now since Form 1 saizi ati ndio nataka kukua ati serious, obvious. Niko na miezi kadhaa nimeokoka na tunafanya exam, so I had nothing in my mind. So again I became number 2 in the whole school, having a D.
Okay. Number 2.
I finished school, yeah. But the good thing is that when God has a good purpose in your life, whatever happens before he publish your purpose in life, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
And so I finished school, I failed, and I joined my brother. Just it was the way it was spoken. Yes. I joined my brother, nikakuwa makanga wa lori hapo Githurai. I worked there for 2 years. Kazi yangu ni kuhustle, get money, go get drunk, have ladies there, and
now,
that's it.
Remember you were a Christian and you were in the interpreter of your pastor.
Yeah.
Now you have graduated from high school.
Yeah.
You are back to the normal life?
Yeah, and I turned around. Life became different.
You backslid?
Yes. It became different because at the point of me now, my mother, ameniachilia. There is no way school fees sasa hawezi lipiwa. Unajua ukishatoka Form 4, mother, wewe si nilikulipia school fees, ulishindwa kusoma, shauri yako. Sasa aenda ujitafutie. And that's how, but God used to test me in different ways, even when I was in school. I remember there was a time that pastor called me for a kesha. Nilikuwa na kanyumba ka cube hapo home. Na nikirudi asubuhi nakuta kamebebwa kila kitu, kamechotwa kila kitu na wezi. And I knew those dogs, ni mabeshto wangu wenye tunavutaga nao. And I remember that day God was testing my faith.
All right.
And that time I had started singing. I had one song. Na ndio ilikuwa inanifanya niende. Yeah, gospel. Ndio ilikuwa inanifanya nishinde kesha nikitafuta tu event. Ndio niimbe at least ni feel encouraged. So kesha sikuwa naenda nisikize mahubiri. Nilikuwa naenda watu wajue niko na talent. Unajua. And That day nilikuja nyumbani nikakuta nimeibua kila kitu, nimebakishiwa tu kitanda, mattress imeenda, ka TV, ka black and white kameenda, nini kila kitu, nguo,
everything.
I went to Madhe, nikaita Madhe, nikamwambia we used to stay in the same plot but now cube yangu iko pale karibu na mlango. And so Madhe nikamwambia mimi ninaua mtu, I know those people who have stolen my stuff, they are my ex friends, so I have to.
You told your mother that you're going to kill someone?
Yes, and I took a panga. Na nikatoka nje na nikaenda base yao. I told them, if you don't give me back my stuff, I will kill someone. And my mom knew I can do it. Because anajua hasira zangu zikipanda. So later on I discovered kuna wachawi wanakuwa wameandikwa huko kwa makuta. So I went to one of the post ya stima. Yeah, I got the contact. I called. Well, they are listening. Wewe mchawi mambo. Unakuanga pande gani? Nimeibiwa kila kitu kwa nyumba. I want to know where you are. Sasa I'm feeling like I can't kill, but I can do something. These guys, they will regret.
So that you may have your properties
back. And I didn't know God was testing my faith. Because at the same time, I had that faith, strong faith that God is working on me.
Right.
And God wanted to work on me in different areas, how to be patient, how to know how to cooperate in terms of troubles and worries and all that. And this one is very applicable in my life even today, because I've done businesses, they have failed, I've lost a lot of money, but because of that, those processes I went through when I was young, I don't see any big deal. I always know that God is in control of everything, He will sort things out. That day, I tell you the truth, I decided now, this is the time. Naenda kwa mchawi. Mchawi akaniambilia 44, kuja 44 Githurai.
And those boys were hearing everything.
They are hearing everything, and they know who is the one who, the person who stole my stuff. They know them. And I went. Nikiwa nimefika Kahawa West, nilipitia ile side nyingine, I received a call from my mother. Watu wamekuja wamemwaga vitu zako hapa nje. Rudi, umeenda wapi? I went back. Now the problem is mchawi ananingojea. And I think ni hawa wachawi waongo. Kwa sababu jamaa nilimwambia, wamenirudisha vitu. Ananiambia, mimi nilikuwa nafanya ukarabati yangu.
So sasa you have to come.
Ukuja kwa sababu sasa ni kukula nyasi wanataka kukula. So lazima ukuje. Nishafanya ukarabati, wamerudisha vitu. Nikamwambia hapana, sasa nakuja kufanya nini na wachana na wao. No, you have to come, you pay, because I have already worked my So I had to block these mchawis juu sasa ananisumbua. So I went back, but I discovered that later on God was testing my faith.
Your faith.
You know?
All right.
And so being we go back to our story. Niko Makanga sasa. There again I was tested in different ways.
How is it?
Ladies were everywhere, and drugs and alcohol, and I used to take them. But still, one thing that was taking me back to God is music, because I am still doing gospel, and this music,
still,
I need platforms, and the only place that I can get these platforms is in church. So whatever the case, hata nikunywe ama ni nini, nitaenda na nitajipata kwa kanisa, nitasikiza neno la Mungu. So hata nipotelee hii neno, I will still get it, you know. And so I became a songwriter.
Were you raised in any church as you were growing up?
I was raised in PCA.
All right.
PCA, obvious, you know, there is no platforms for you singing. So
the protocol does not
kitabu ile ya Golden Bell ndio mnaimba nayo.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so I used to go to the other churches at least to get the platform.
Okay.
And now here, to cut the long story short, I went back to Christ. Now I became a songwriter to big artists in Kenya. I wrote several songs for artists, and they used to do well. But now my songs, ninaimba lakini haiendi mahali. Nikiandikia mtu inaenda poa.
What's the problem?
I didn't know.
Even today, or
no, things are getting better.
You tell me the secret.
Things are getting better because the strategies and the marketing strategies now, at least when you cooperate with them, at least you're becoming something.
So now you've turned back to Christ, and now you are living in a live word of Christ.
And now this is where I discovered the spoken word. When someone speaks negative words towards your life and you don't take it seriously, it might affect you. And so this is when now I decided to fast for 21 days. And I decided that I want to change my life from work, wherever I work, I'm not comfortable. I want to be out of that place, and I don't want to be employed anymore.
Okay. And probably the company of the friends.
Yes, and company, and again, my lifestyle and everything. Bearing it in mind, sina ati career yote ati I can choose and say I will work with my career. Maybe I've done hospitality ati I can go start my hospitality company or anything, and again I don't have money. But there are many ways that I felt that this job is not workable for me, kwa sababu every time I was involved even in witchcraft, which I cannot even describe because maybe the person who was doing all this, she's a changed person. So sitaki kumrudishia. But the thing is that I was involved in witchcraft for me to operate in that job, and clients could come.
Which job?
Hii ya makanga tu.
Okay.
And customers would come.
Clients would come because of the connections with that witchcraft?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And after some time, ni kama nguvu zilikuwa zinaisha. Tunapatana na mashida kwa barabara, to a point that even I remember there was a day mashida zilikuwa mingi mpaka gari haina mafuta, na ni hizi marori kubwa. Nakaa hapo kwa cabin katikati na tumafuta na kibuyu, nimeshikilia at least tufike kwa parking. Sasa hizo kwa miguu tupu, slippers ndizo unavaanga ukienda job, nguo zimeraruka, tumegonga viraka za mbao juu kama size kani zaidi ya mbao afadhali ununue nguo nyingine.
So at that particular time you have to say that the power of the witch
was overflowing in a high rate whereby even it was affecting us in the physical, because there was nothing that was changing. In fact, it was becoming worse. I don't know, maybe the boss maybe was feeling some change, but towards for me, I didn't see any growth. There was a lot of decline in my life. So I decided to fast for 21 days and it worked. Apart from siku moja nilienda mahali ilikuanga visiting ya my nephew, ndo nilikula, na it was the last day of my fasting.
So you remember that you were on the fasting
after
you had eaten food?
Yes, but I had cleared 20 days and I could see things changing because I had that moment of prayer. Even when I'm working, I could hide myself and pray, and I could receive powerful songs. Powerful songs ninaandikia watu na zinaenda. And I could get extra cash. That is when I remember I went to one of my friend who called me akaniambia, you know, you have a great talent. I want to support you musically. He's called Brian. Brian took me in and worked with me. I remember hakuwa na pesa, but he wanted to manage me musically. And he has no money, but at least he has that skills of doing videography. So mimi nimeenda studio hapo River Road, nimefanya ka song, anakuja anifanyia video free, tuna push. And later on I discovered kazi ya videography ni mzuri. So that is when I decided I got training from him. I trained myself, became a videographer. As we are speaking, some guys from Multimedia University comes to my office. I train them, they pay extra fee, and I make money.
We are talking with Stevenson Njenga. He has a great story and a great testimony. When we say that there is God, you don't need to doubt, because he exists and his power is beyond any human man's power. And he's talking to you and to me as well, so that we may not doubt the power of God. He and his work is very amazing. So after now 21 days, you are able now to receive more grace to write music that will change people's life. Okay, go on.
And as well do videography, because now after I've written to you a song, nitakuconvince kuja nikupeleka studio audio kama wewe ni a pricing artist, alafu kuja tukufanyie video. Now because I've trained myself videography, at least I could do music video for you and make money. That is how I became a great person in videography. Started training in Kahawa West.
Someone trained you, but not in any school.
Not in any school. But now you see even people from this multimedia university, they are coming for skills, because now they're used to these PD cameras, the big ones. And now here, technology is changing day after day. So we are using even the small cameras, but they don't know how to operate the small cameras, you see. So they come, I do them training, how to edit, different
work of the media.
And programs and all that. And at the same time, I used to do missions. Because now I'm also singing, and these guys who I'm writing songs to, they have connections to high school missions, church missions, and so I started doing the same.
So another responsibility has been added. Beside writing music and videography and all these things, now you are now turning into a preacher.
Yeah, turning into a preacher. And this is where I gained more knowledge about God. And talking about knowledge concerning God, you can never get enough about God. Every day you need to
Now,
learn.
which pastor is working with you this time? Because the previous pastor, you lost the contact, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've worked with many pastors. There are many. These pastors who have been doing high school missions, Mr. T and others, I've worked with them. And I gained a lot of experience there, to a point that I became yielded in the spirit. I was very powerful in the spirit. I could even, I was trained even to lay hands on people and get healed. And it reached to a point even I could do missions now alone, invited to churches.
So laying hands on people is part of training.
I got inspired by the Holy Spirit. I got inspired by the Holy Spirit. I came to discover my gifts, gifts of performing miracle in me, and all that. And I've been there almost 5 years preaching, and God has been faithful. Just that like a year ago, it happened that I discovered there are fishy things happening. But we are human beings, we understand.
Where? In the
industry,
in the field of ministry, or
in the field of ministry. And there is a lot of hypocrisy from these people who are preaching. And one thing that I can tell our viewers is that when you have that personal relationship with your God, He will give you that discerning spirit. You can know a true prophet and a false prophet, because you shall know them. The Bible says that you shall know them by their fruits. And so I went through several situations whereby I discovered things are not that good there. And so I decided now I have to yield my God in a personal level whereby I can understand what God wants with my life, and not becoming like I want to be like someone. I want to be like that.
So you wanted to have a direct personal interact with God,
yes,
than working with a pastor or reverend for you to know God.
That's right. And so I've been operating on that to a point that even I can turn around someone who is in the secular world to discover that whatever you're doing is not bad, because now we're in that place whereby condemnation is too much, and we are condemned by the people who need first of all condemn themselves before they come to condemn us. So someone is condemning you, but ukionyeshwa picture mzuri yake gizani kenye ufanye, you not even
want to be associated
with that person. But when you see him, he's just a man of God, very powerful, and you respect that. But the good thing is that God has been so faithful in that the discerning spirit that I needed could help me.
Now, talk to us about the high school and schools ministry, because I also know that you've worked as a minister in many schools.
Yeah, I've operated in many schools in Kenya and Uganda as well. And my desire was to turn around the lives of young people positively, because I discovered that if this generation of today cannot be converted and get to know what they really need to do and what they are needed in the Christianhood, in years to come, our children will not be in a position whereby they can listen to the word of God in any way, because now this technology is taking us to another level. And this is coming to a point whereby I want to do something to my generation so that it can bring back the culture that we had. In that you could sit down with your mother, watch a secular song, and you feel comfortable.
Very comfortable.
But now today, when you're listening to those songs with your mother, you will feel like, hey, watch a tuni change his station. So I'm doing something so that I can be in a position to turn around these people, because you don't need to condemn them.
Absolutely.
There must be a seed that was planted in them that made them to be the way they are. They never woke up and decided, no, wacha nifanya hizi nyimbo za they are called gengetones and all that, you know. And so I decided that there is a way that I can show them, or there is a thing that I can do to my generation that can convert whatever they are doing and do it positively in a way that it can be even something advisable to people. And so not by condemning them, but by coming with a strategy whereby these people will know that even we can be stars, we can be big people through music, not only by doing this nude music, but something that is positive to the generation. And this is how we are going to create the next generation, become a good generation.
That's good.
And so that is what I've been doing. I've been also an artist, precisely artist. I'm doing Yeah, I'm doing music, wedding music. I'm doing whatever God inspires me to do, I do. So if today I wake up and I feel like I can sing a love song, I sing.
Yes, because yesterday I was watching one of your songs,
Yeah.
Ni Nawe.
Yeah.
Is it that?
Yeah,
Ni
yeah. It's a
Nawe.
Kikuyu love
And
song.
it's a Kikuyu love song. And when you look at the content of the song,
Yeah.
it is more of love,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I don't know whether you have received a lot of negative views from your viewers who
Yeah,
knows
yeah,
that
yeah.
you are more in the gospel side.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Yeah, many people called. Even pastors called. Told me, now wewe umetoka kwa Mungu. And the thing is that I was inspired to do the song because of what I went through in my marriage. I was married, almost about to do a wedding, and I have a kid. And something happened, and I felt like many homes are being broken because of they don't know what they are into. Someone gets married to you because of who you are or what you have.
Precisely.
And so when you listen to the song, I say that me and you, we grow together old. And whatever is mine become yours. And whatever is yours become mine. Forever we be together. That is what I'm saying. Because I felt like if today it happens that I marry again, I want that thing be the reason as to why I'm getting married. Not because I'm supposed to get married. It's because I was created not to stay alone, but to have a partner that will walk with me even as we grow old, learn a lot from each other, become good friends, and create the universe of tomorrow. And that's why I wrote the song. And I'm doing an album of the Kikuyu love song. It's an album. And to be realistic, the feedback is very cool.
Very positive.
Working and operating more better than before in my previous songs. And I thank God because of that. But whenever I'm doing them, I always fast and pray before I release any project that I'm doing.
So no one should condemn you for what you're doing because you've been inspired by
not
God
only
to do
me,
that.
Not only me. People are going through issues that makes them sometimes feel like God is far away from them. And when they come to the people who can be of encouragement, they are chased away.
Or they
are condemned. Yeah, and so pain is added more. And so it's good if you're a man of God, when you get to such a situation whereby one of your church member is becoming secular, you need to sit down with the person, get to know why did you do this, and then encourage the person. Some churches, they chase you even away. They chase you away.
I know.
And chasing you away, it's bringing a conviction, a pain, another pain that was not even there before. But these people, they were called. Even Jesus, when Jesus came to the world, he didn't come to the people who are good. He came to those people who are not good.
Condemn them.
And he never condemned them. In fact, sometimes he could even secure them. Remember that woman who was a prostitute? He secured the woman. Remember that guy who was a tax collector? There was a song I sang, and I said, wherever Jesus used to go, he used to go not only to the people who are of good character, but of bad character.
Because that was one of his mission and purposes. Now, you have a heart for the artist. And you told me that you're working on something big. Yeah,
there is something big that I'm working on. I cannot expose it today. But it's something that is going to engage both anyone who is talented, whatever music you are doing. But at the end of the day, I want to bring that solution whereby people need to do a positive content. If you watched news yesterday, you could discover that the rate of pregnancy, early pregnancies, is very high. And this guy who is a content creator and the person who is in charge of content in Kenya was called and was asked, is music one of the things that is making people become
into the way, that kind of lifestyle?
And to be real, you cannot stop content, because now YouTube is very powerful, and we are coming out of analog. Already we are in digital. And so things are being exposed there. If you go to Google, you will see things that you cannot see even on YouTube. So talking about YouTube, not only YouTube can destroy our lives, even Google. Pornographies are there in Google and all that.
And that is why the CS want those pornography to be eliminated.
Yeah, but now you see it's someone else's business. So many people who have powers in terms of money, they will fight it, and they might even win it. But you see, when someone comes in and tells you don't do this and give you another priority of doing this, at least you're that's better. Instead of don't do it and you don't have any solution, you don't have an option, you see. And so what I'm working on is how we can be in a position to create the right content, whether you're young, whether you're old, whether you have been there before, but it's still concerning music, and that is what I'm working hard towards.
What motivates you towards what you're doing? What's the driving force behind?
The driving force is because of where God has took me from. If I look back where I've come from, I would say that God has been so faithful to me. He has shown me things that I never knew I could. Because I tell you the truth, last year I was able to do imports. I did the first container import from UK. It did well. I did another one. And ikakwama Mombasa. I lost a lot of money, millions of money. Whereas back alone, nilikuwa nimeenda kwa bank, nimechukua loan, at least to raise business. And it comes to music, it's working.
It's working.
Growing talents, it's working. So I decided that now this is the place to be. I want to know how I can bring a strategy whereby the generation to come will be in a position to say, at least Stevenson was able to do this. And so we need to perfection it and become something good that even the generation to come after this, it will be in a good position to raise another one.
That's very good.
Yeah.
Who inspires you? Every day you wake up in the morning and you have to do something for someone somewhere. Who inspires you?
My mirror inspires me. I look myself in the mirror and then I say, I have a self-discovery today. Who I was yesterday is not me. My hair has grown. So that means that even my brain should grow. That means even whatever I'm going to do today must be another inch level of rising my standards and raising my perspective of life. So I'm my self-inspiration. And every time, even on social media, when I write #self-discovery. Yeah, there is a lot of things you need to discover. Past even the makeup that ladies do. You have to discover there is something past those makeups. Deep inside yourself, there are things that makes a person, not the physical appearance. Something inside you, it makes you. And now when you discover what is inside you, you'll be in a position not even to struggle.
That's true.
Because now when I talk about struggling, I will say I've not been struggling. Kukosa pesa iko lakini mimi si struggle. One thing that I was told by one old man that I met, nikasaidia kwa barabara, aliniambia, ni sawa kijana umenisaidia nifike kwenye ninaenda, lakini I will tell you this, if you eat, you wear, and you have a place to sleep, don't mind of anything else. Believe in God. Impossible is nothing. That is what that man told me.
And that is very good. So in 5 years, where will you be? What's your plan in 5 years to come?
Of course, you know, we do plan, but God fulfills.
I know.
And everybody has the strategies of what you want to be. And remember when you were young, you used to say, maybe I want to be a doctor, I want to be a pilot. Then later on, unakuta hata wewe ni hawker.
Ama chakodia.
So, God has the reason as to why we are existing. And God knows everything. And God knows our tomorrow.
Absolutely.
But still, the power of belief that is inside you can make you become whatever you want to be. So, myself, I have a belief that I'll become someone in the future looking much better than I look right now. So, I might not say I'll be a president, I don't know. I might not say I'll be a biggest musician, I don't know. But I'm somewhere in the future looking much better than now.
That's very good. That's the spirit. Now look at the camera and inspire someone who is down there in the continent of Africa or in Kenya. And he or she has been looking forward to be that great kind of a person that you are today or someone else. Can you encourage that person and give her or him hope?
Sure. One thing that I can say is that no matter the background, no matter where you've come from, one thing is that you are yourself. You cannot be me, I cannot be you. You cannot be that person, you cannot be that president. You are yourself. God has destined you to become someone great in the future, no matter what you have or what you don't have. what you need to do is believe in yourself that you can make a difference. Because one thing that I know is that me, myself, I can make a difference. You yourself, you can make a difference. But when we are together, when I come here, inspire you, we are making a difference already. So you just need to believe in yourself. Don't look at what, because many people look out on what they don't have. But you just need to look of what you have. You have that life. Because one thing is that you are dreaming of having a car. Someone else is not only even dreaming of having a car, he's dreaming of having a plane, because already he has a car. So this life has no satisfaction. At the end of the day, you will never be satisfied. So what you need is to believe in yourself, work hard on whatever you are having. If you don't have legs, believe in yourself, you have hands. If you don't have both, you have heart and you have life. So there is something that maybe you can speak to a person, and that person gets inspired, comes to you, change your life. You never know. But there is a turning point somewhere. When you believe in yourself, God seizes you. Because God says that he never sleeps nor slumber. He always sees you. And again, God says that he will never leave you nor abandon you. He will never forsake us. So one thing that I know is that whenever you have that purpose in your life, whenever you believe in yourself, you have a self-discovery of yourself. One day something will come, and that's gonna be your turning point. So you have to believe in yourself. You have to know that there is no any other person who looks like you. You have something. You have something that you should not die without having accomplished it. And when you have that spirit, that positive spirit, there is nothing that you cannot achieve in this life. Yes.
And having said so, but in this life, you cannot be someone else. You can always be you and you alone. But we have God in heaven who is able to change from miseries to triumph. What you need to do is to stand up and wipe your tears and keep on moving, because you never know what God has for you. So keep smiling, because tomorrow is better and is good and is greater than today. Find us on our platform, that is YouTube, that is barakatupu.co.ke, that is on website, and you still can find us on Facebook account, that is Kagame Bernard. Follow me there, Barakatupu page, and still at Ben Kagame, that is our YouTube. And we believe that you're going to get more information that can inspire you.
Sure. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, everywhere at Stevenson Jenga or Director Stevenson. God bless you.
That has been a very inspiring story from our friend and our guest today, Stevenson Jinga, and we believe that you've been inspired. And until next time, I have been yours, Kagame Bernard, for Baraka TUPU. God bless and keep you safe, and bye-bye for now.